Tell me how long Golden State, as they stand, how long are they going to be together?
Depends on that.
Next summer, how well the season goes for Golden State. It's not about LeBron and the Lakers for now.
Right.
It should be about Golden State because they determine how long that window's going to be available. Does Clay next year, does he sign an extension? What are they able to do with the team? Does Kevin Durant, what does he decide to do? And a lot of people will be like, well, how can it be contingent on them? Man, you have to respect the type of talent that they already have in Golden State. And where LeBron is, to me, it's not that different than going to Cleveland. When he went to Cleveland, he said it's going to take some time. Let's be patient. And it's going to take the same thing. I do believe there is a window for LeBron, and I believe it's open probably for the next 5 years. People say, wow, that's a long time in the NBA. Yeah, it is. But LeBron has the type of body as far as his overall conditioning, his interest in doing things different to tweak that, his eating, all those things are lined up that I believe his longevity will be like no one that we've seen. And I believe in the next 5 years there will be a collection of players that the Lakers will be able to add to their roster to allow him to have that window. But Golden State determines, especially in those first 3 years, is the window really open? Even though LeBron is there now, the window's not even open yet. So LeBron's there and the window's not open. It depends on what goes on in Golden State. When the window opens up, if he gets Kawhi, the window opens up immediately. If he doesn't get Kawhi,
immediately for this coming season.
Did you see what LeBron did with those 4 pieces of paper that he took out there with the Cleveland Cavs?
They'll be able to
the window.
I
would say if he gets Kawhi, the window is cracked open for this year. I still think that the Warriors, even LeBron plus Kawhi, now that they've added Boogie Cousins, come playoff time this coming season, are going to have such overwhelming talent. But you bring up next offseason. Everyone focuses on Kevin Durant. Klay Thompson, where did Klay Thompson's daddy play?
Oh, Lakers.
Lakers. Where does Klay Thompson's dad still work with the team, or at least do sports radio? Los Angeles. That could be, it wouldn't just be potentially one of those guys leaving Golden State, but leaving Golden State to go to LeBron's team. That then changes the math entirely. But I'm glad you brought up the Cavs. Because LeBron's letter, everyone can read it, what he wrote with Lee Jenkins, the I'm Coming Home piece. He says, I know this is going to be a long process. I know it's not going to be immediate. But there are 2 significant differences. One is in the Lakers' favor, one is not. What's in the Lakers' favor is LeBron said all that about Cleveland and signed a 1+1, signed a 1-year deal essentially. With the Lakers, he has given them the trust and security of, I'll be here at least 3 years, probably the rest of my career. What's working against them is LeBron went to Cleveland when he was 29 and is now coming to the Lakers at 33. LeBron has played 15 years in this league. He is already in unprecedented territory as far as productivity this late in his career. So how long can we realistically think LeBron's not only going to be the best player in the world, but call it a top 3 player? Because we are now he just had the greatest year 15 we've ever seen from a guy. I looked it up. There's only been 15 guys, that average more than 25 points per game after year 10. After year 10. LeBron's done it every single year, years 11 through, every year of his career, but years 11 through 15. So now we have to look for some precedent, even if LeBron's going to break it. Kareem was still a top 5 player in year 17. Karl Malone, you could argue, is a top 5 player in year 18. Kobe was years 16, 17, but both of those years shortened due to injury.
All 3 of those players were into nutrition. All 3 of those players, extreme fanatics as far as finesse, fitness.
Yeah.
So you could see the parallels with LeBron being compared to those 3 players.
And I think Karl Malone's the best example because he is the guy whose body type, as far as all NBA history, if you took their faces away and just looked at height, weight, strength, what guy in the league history reminds you most of LeBron? Great player. I think it's Karl Malone. Now, Malone was a little more cut up. Malone was an amazing fitness guy. So you say Malone was still a top 5 guy in year 18. Plus, Malone went to college. So if LeBron is a Malone 2.0 athletically, could he get it to the 5 years that you're talking about? Could this go on to year 20, which seems insane? It could, but it's still, the clock is ticking even on LeBron.
This has been a great way. We started this show doubting Tom Brady, and then Tom Brady went out and did what he did. I don't know how many people...
To be fair, I started
there were some people that doubted what a quarterback can do at that age. We also started the show no one doubting LeBron James, but just questions like what could he do in this year. And I think both those guys proved everybody wrong as far as longevity in professional sports when you take care of your body and you really focus on fitness and combine that with the skill with which you're playing. I'm curious, though, is Kawhi the only player, CC, that you think could team up with LeBron so they would contend this year? Is he really the only player out there that's available to them to make this coming season a contending season?
I think so. I think being fair to the young roster that they have, two guys with tremendous championship pedigree in LeBron and Kawhi, I believe with the roster that they have now, if it's not totally depleted, yeah, they would be able to give Golden State and Houston a run for their money this season. Because Kawhi is that. Let's not forget how good he was. And let's not forget how good he's been against the championship caliber team. So, yeah, man, Kawhi right now, even yesterday we had a list of potential trade. I mean, Kawhi is the guy because the reason why? He's the answer to Kevin Durant.
Right. It's a matchup league, and he's the one guy. Why have the Warriors been so different in the finals the last 2 years than the first 2 years? Kevin Durant. And he's the one guy in the league, I'd say the guy best suited to guard Kevin Durant, right?
Yes. We heard announcers in the NBA playoffs talk about, well, Kevin Durant is shooting over a chair. Like, I hadn't heard that said as much in the NBA in all my years of listening to the NBA. But Kawhi, take that chair away. Because you're not able to post up on Kawhi because Kawhi is too strong for him. And with Kawhi's overall reach and because of Kawhi's resume, defensively, they're going to allow Kawhi to be able to beat up on Kevin Durant far more than other players are able to do. So that's the reason why I like the Kawhi-LeBron partnership.
Well, and so what's the best player that's on that list that they could add other than Kawhi Leonard? Damian Lillard. Thing is this, we saw LeBron James at this level with a player at Damian Lillard's level run up against this team in the NBA Finals without Boogie. So throw Boogie out of it. Let's say Boogie never plays. And the Warriors won in 5. Now, Game 3, the Cavs could have won, and it maybe could have gone, but the Warriors were clearly the better team. So, like, Lillard would be an excellent piece for them. But to compete against this Warriors team, no. And you would have to add another. The Warriors have 2 of the 3 best players in the league. If the Cavs could the Lakers, pardon me. That's going to take a minute. If the Lakers could make it to where they have 2 of let's say Kawhi coming off injury isn't the 4th best guy, but he's the 6th or 7th best guy. Then all of a sudden, you can start to squint hard enough to say, maybe. I still think then you have Clay and Draymond and the other pieces. Sure. But yes, Kawhi is the one guy where you would say, maybe, just like Chris Paul adding to James Harden made you say maybe.
Kawhi is the one guy, but also when you look at trying to match up against Golden State, it's not only those 2 superstars that we're trying to, LeBron and Kawhi, just hypotheticals, but it's who's going to play those other positions because you put so much pressure. How much pressure can you put on Steph playing defense? So then how much pressure can I put on Draymond? That Draymond can't help off, and we need to have a superstar on the offensive end to be able to force Kevin Durant to be able to play defensive basketball for the entirety of the game. To me, I believe that's one of the ways that you're able to beat Golden State. And now they're just not able to do that. So he does need a superstar, but those other players, and I believe having a guy like Kuzma going against Draymond, with him being far more athletic, how it could stress out Golden State's defense and they would see problems.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.